to be in the heat for their jobs. There are new emergency rules for outdoor agricultural jobs. They go into effect in Washington tomorrow. Governor Jay Inslee announced the new set of protections Friday. So if it's above 100 degrees, employers must provide shade and at least 10 paid minutes of rest every 2 hours for workers. And then as for the workers in Oregon, they are now covered by an emergency order put in place last Thursday that'll last at least 180 days. Oregon OSHA released its new set of rules after a Guatemalan migrant collapsed and died while moving irrigation lines at a farm in St. Paul.
Yeah, more on that now. There are about 90 deaths in Washington, 115 deaths from the Oregon heat wave just 2 weeks ago. And now we're finally hearing about planning underway to stop tragedy next time.
We go now to our Lisa Balick, who was at the State Leaders News Conference today. Lisa's live from Southeast Portland. And what did you find out?
You know, at least 115 Oregonians died in the span of just 3 days. Shortly after the governor met with the head of the Department of Emergency Management and said, look, we need to do something to prevent this next time. So today we heard from state agency leaders talking about the fact that they are looking at what they can do differently, working on changes, knowing that this high heat is definitely going to happen again. Among the changes are more funding to keep 211, the emergency phone line, operating 24/7, looking at opening more accessible cooling centers, such as opening more libraries, and the community centers, many of which were closed due to COVID restrictions. But state leaders stand by their decision not to suggest the governor issue an emergency order next time.
I don't know that an emergency declaration is the best way to let folks know how severe an event is. If you overuse a tool like an emergency declaration just to sound an alarm, that becomes white noise, I think, in the background.
Now, an emergency order is designed to bring in resources from out of state, waive rules, or assist if local governments need help. Now, cooling centers that were open were not full. Some who were out in the heat told me they were just not accessible, those cooling centers, either no transportation to get there or not nearby. Keep in mind, we're told most of the people who died were alone inside apartments with no air conditioning or fans. Now, the state will send its report, they tell me, by the end of the month to the governor. I did ask, what about stockpiling fans? Isn't that something they should be doing? I'll have their answer today coming up at 5. Live in Southeast Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.